Greetings, I am GoldenWing, and welcome back to Let's Play Space Engineers, where I'm changing my shoes. We got leopard shoes. Did we get the gloves? I thought we got the gloves. Oh, I guess we didn't. Well, still working on the set, I guess. Grinder? Nope. Drill? Nope. Rifle? Because I never carry one of those. Cool. Well, we got fancy shoes anyway. So let's head back up top. We were working on our ship, our new mothership. Got some good ideas as to how we might proceed here. Show you what I've been doing. Still haven't let the nanites do anything, so I'm honestly still not sure how we're going to do this. But we were talking about this floor. We were playing with some catwalks and how the refineries might lay out. We'd also talked about kind of bumping the roof up a little bit. I do like that idea. I had a bit of a think as to how we might pull this off. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to pull him out. And let's cut some of the floor out here. This might look a little funny when I get this started. But I think we can sort of do both of what we were thinking about. Let's turn rotation off. Alright, so we wanted them rotated frontways? Is that the deal? Yeah, okay. Frontways, which means the connector is going to need to be back here. That's the first thing I want to get down, is that connector. And I think I want them to sit on that connector. So, let's pop these blocks out. Guess we can leave the front two for now. And, you know, let's just run a line of connectors all the way down. Where does this end? Did I get it? Yes. Right? That would be right. Yep. Good. Excellent. Lovely. Wonderful. Back we go. I guess we will pop those up. We'll put the refinery, wherever it ran off to, there it is, down like that. Yeah. And then we'll pop these out. And 4 there. And we'll pop these guys out. I'm just gonna run down here, and then we can kind of run them, this grating, right up to the edge. I think it'll look cool. And it'll have a little extra block space above it. Whoops. And maybe we'll do the roof of this room in glass. Hopefully the size of the room works out. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll remove these. Okay, that's looking good. Now, there was some question last time we tried to play with the catwalks as to how we were gonna get them to stick. I had a thought about that. Will they stick? They want to go on top. I was hoping there might be a block space between that and the other. Will they go on top of a half slab? What if we took a half slab on its side and we put a catwalk on top of that? Aha! That'll work. Perfect. That will work. So here's what we do. Right? Because we wanted these catwalks to connect and be a little kind of reinforced, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, 'cause I've got these upside down. That's how I made this work. Let's take these out. We'll put in half slabs. And then we'll take the catwalks. We'll put them on top. Now all of these can go. Of course, they'll all get put right back again. But this time, they won't be taking up that bottom block space. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Cool. This has the benefit of giving us one extra block down here. Now, if we took this out and this out. Whoops. Oh well. Then, where's the right one? Yeah, we do something like this. Right? And actually, take him. This one I want? Yep. Do this. Yeah. Now we can run the corner. Along with, I guess that would be right, wouldn't it? Yeah, just to keep our pattern. Right? And then we'll have these catwalks that run around and box in the refineries. And then the rest of the floor will end up being catwalks. Let me change out this floor, and we'll see where we're at. So give me just a second to do that. All right. So I'm not quite done changing out the floor, as you can well tell. But the question came up in the comments from last video in trying to suggest how to solve this flooring problem, whether you could play it like Minecraft, where you can place a block in order to place another block, say, off the ground by one block, and then remove the block that it's on. If a block would essentially stay floating, like it does in Minecraft. I wanted to answer that question, and also answer another question that's come up, which is how I end up removing bits of ships so easily. So this section of flooring that I had framed out along with that end is only being held on by this one block, that one. That's the only thing holding it up. If I'm going to remove it, it's going to fall, and I'm doing this on purpose. So we remove and it floats, it obeys gravity, it falls, and it becomes its own grid. This is now a separate grid from the rest of the ship. So that answers the first question of I can't leverage that to get a part of the ship to float, and it also serves to let me show you how I deconstruct these kind of things. I just created a deconstruct beacon, and I slapped it on right there. And what this means is that the nanites will come, here they come. See? And I actually didn't have to weld that. But they will come along, and they will deconstruct this entire grid. But because it's free-floating, and it's now its own separate grid, like, I could push it around if it were not so large, they will deconstruct just the section that I wanted them to. I hope that answers your question and shows how I do that. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this like I said I would. BRB. So, I know this is getting hard to see. We're going to have the nanites finish this up so they can catch up with us. But I do believe I got all the platforms in place and correct here. So what we want to do now, it looks like I'm running out of power in my suit too, is we want to run our line of conveyors here. I want to make sure that I start on the right spot. Yeah, it's going to be one in. I did that right on the other side now that I think about it. Where'd those go? There they are. Believe it or not, it's getting hard for me to see what I'm doing here. So. Up there. And you start there and you should go all the way to the end, right? Yes, good, wonderful, lovely. We can stick the refineries. Should fit nicely on top. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Alright, let's go stick a construction beacon on this so that these fellas can get to working. And it looks like we ran out of fuel. That's alright, I'm about to run out of fuel. Let's grab 10 more. Do a little refilling. So we'll let those nanites build the floor and those refineries. That'll make it a little easier for us to see what we're doing. And then I'd like to work on maybe how the windows come together and the roof. I know I'm sort of spending a lot of time on this one room, but to me the construction and how this lays out, how the floor looks, how the crawl space underneath looks, a lot of that is going to be patterned for the rest of the rooms, right? So it's sort of important for me to figure out how this comes together so that I can set up a nice pattern for how the rest of it could come together. That's not the right block. Where's my full block? There it is. I'll show you under here. I added the half slab blocks all the way around. I realize this isn't necessary. Technically, only one of them would be. But sort of made me feel better there, so we did it anyway. And it looks like I dropped one over here. Yeah. I also stretched out. You noticed in the last segment, I had this only one wide and then this one block of space. I guess for that moment I thought that might be interesting, but then very quickly decided, you know, not. Oh, hey, now that I think about it, we're missing something, aren't we? This is wrong. Yeah. These have to go, don't they? If you're not sure why, you're about to figure it out. We left these spots open for the upgrade modules. Yeah. Alright, so we've got to redo these. Well, not him. He could have stayed. See, this is why I wanted to work out this room first, so that when we make all the rest of the rooms, we'll make these mistakes. Which leads me to another point that was made, and I think it's an excellent idea, which is to leverage... Let me think here. This needs a wall on this side, right? So we can get around the dealy-doos, and then, yeah, these guys down the center. Is to leverage the holo projector to replicate and make this build a little easier to do, which is a fantastic idea. I would do the whole thing in, I suppose, as a hologram, but there's something about building on camera. Even if I wasn't doing a Let's Play, if I'm being honest, I would still build it out like this. Just, I don't know, it feels more real. It makes me slow down a little bit and think about what I'm doing. And that sort of appeals to me. But I do really like the idea of leveraging the projector for duplicating parts that we've already made. Alright, so you're fine, and you guys all have to change. Yeah, so I do really like that idea. Some of it I'm not sure. So like this room, for example, we're going to put on the other side. But I'm being honest, I'm not sure if I can take this into creative, which is what I would do. I'd take a pattern of this grid, I'd pull it into a creative world, and I'd chop half the grid off and make a new pattern of just a single room. There may be smarter ways to do that. That's the way I know. And then I would carry that blueprint into our real world and then apply the blueprint here where it actually matters. That right? No. You should go here. The thing is, I don't know how to mirror a blueprint. It would have to be the mirror image of. I suppose to that end I could just sketch it out quickly in creative, which is probably the smarter idea now that I talk about it out loud. There, that looks better. That'll give us the room for those expansions. We're going to have the upgrade modules all across the back here. Then we'll have this one wide walkway behind. Our railings look good. Yeah, I think this is looking smart. All of these look right now? Yep. Yep, this is looking smart. Okay. Alright. So... yeah. Now, this guy... we want to do something interesting with. He should come out. Let's see. I want to be able to get through from one side to the other. So actually I think we should take the plus there and there. Yeah. Yeah. And we take a maintenance cube, we run it over to here, do that on this side, and then, if I'm right, there's a maintenance cube adapter. I think that's the one. One of these that comes together. Is that it? Does that not look like it? That's the regular maintenance cube. That's plus. That's a conveyor junction. Did I grab the same one I had? Probably. Oh no, that's the... Yes, I did. Okay. Internal vent. Is this the adapter I was looking for? Hang on, let me find it. Alright. After much searching, it is the straight maintenance adapter. You can see through the hologram, we've got what looks like the plug for the conveyor system, the normal one, on one side, and this connector on the other. We want our round bit to face right, and the conveyor to face left. Just like that. Then we want to do the reverse over here. That will allow us to walk into the maintenance tunnels. These will connect to the natural conveyor sorters, and this will allow us to get to the other side. Now there are end cap adapters and doors kind of thingies that fit there. Finish up our little half block wall deal. It's a very technical term. Not sure what happened to all of this. We'll put this back together. Oh, I bet it's when I chopped the those corners off to fix them. Oh no, I know what it is. Did anybody catch that? I didn't put a construct beacon over here, I put a deconstruct beacon over here. They're taking it apart, that's what they're doing. Well, stop, that's annoying. Alright, let me get this fixed up. Oops. Alright, so, now that all of that nonsense is fixed. Oops. Yeah, so, oh, and I forgot to redo this. They'd taken this part out too. Works great until you forget that's that you had it on repair or deconstruct and not repair, and then it doesn't work so well. Guess I'm not used to the parts now having these rolly, the plus signs, as it were. Right, maintenance adapter cube. That one. Right? Yes? Yes. Alright, we'll just toss these back in again. Bingo bango. Lovely. There's our maintenance floor. That's coming together. I wanted to take a gander at this. I was thinking we'll just follow our kind of pattern here. There we go. We'll get the curved bits on top. Yeah. That's looking good. I'll get the filler parts for that. And then we'll run... No, we won't. I'm out of... Oh wait, is that... That was the... That was the half slab. Maybe I do have parts. Yep. Totally still got plate. We'll run this down. Do that. I'm not sure whether that corner block is going to stay. We'll find out. It's looking good. Yeah. Half slab. Go get that unknown signal. If we can get our fancy gloves. We'll have to grab it next time, maybe. I think we're running out of time. Why don't you tell me what you guys think of our floor kind of solution here? I'm actually pretty excited to see you know, how it looks when the nanites finish it up here. A better idea. Which I do like sketching the ideas out here in game. I don't know why exactly. Makes it feel more real somehow, or makes me slow down a little bit. I'm not sure how to describe it. So the ceiling, I was thinking we'll do these guys. I suppose we could have done these in glass, but right this way first. So, not sure whether it was in the official Discord chat for Keen or where it was, but not a very uncommon statement. You spend 10% of your time in Space Engineers building ships, and 90% of your time trying to rotate the block the correct direction. I thought that was funny. And reasonably true, now that I think about it. Alright, where's our 3x3? There it is. Our big window in. I'm gonna need the inverted core. Now here's an interesting question. Sort of spaced the walls out to have a 3x3 window and then a pillar and then another 3x3 window. So when we do the ceiling, the question ends up being, do we stick with that pattern and have you know, 3x3 windows separated by beams across the ceiling? Or do we fill in the bits in the middle? Not sure that makes sense. Could do it this way. I guess we'll leave the... See what this looks like. We use our light armor slope, like so. We grab our half slab. Stretch those across. Right. Yeah, what about this? That line up? Yep. One there, and the half slab. And then we put our windows in. Yeah, like that. And like that. Alright. Let me let the nanites finish this up. I know we're running close on time here, but I'd like to get this a little more fleshed out and let you guys take a look before we have to call it an episode. So, be back in a minute. So, here we are in our hallway. And this would be the refinery room, such as we have it laid out thus far. We've got 5 refineries on either side. We've got some nice steel catwalk plate here. I do like the half slab between the ceiling. I think that looks kind of sharp. I don't know that it would have looked... The other option here was to replace the half slabs, I guess, with windows. But they'd almost have to be one by one. I don't know that that would have looked as sharp. Not bad. Got catwalks. Go back here. Now these will have the modules. And I think I usually do yield on the refineries. So we can get some idea what that looks like. Do a vertical? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do them like this. So this is why I left this extra space. Whoops. Uh-oh. I don't have power. Alright. Well, I'll fix that one later. Just kind of an idea anyways. Yeah. You'll come along here and see all of the yield modules. Or whatever we end up putting in. Finished up the walls. I think that looks cool. Like the corners. Happy we found the armor corner. That's cool. I really do like the floor. I think the floor looks sharp. We will have to figure out how one gets down. Like that needs to be replaced with a correct... Still don't have power. With the correct catwalk. That's okay. Might be able to put a set of stairs down. That's sort of my idea. Is we could stick a stairway in that would lead down here. We've got our maintenance tunnels. That's cool. Should actually be able to come up here and theoretically be able to see, yeah, all of our refineries. But I have anything to put in them to verify the connection, but they look like they're working. You can see them all lit up green there. Nice. And we'll put some nice doors on there so that works out real well. We'll have to, of course, fill this in. Right? That seems normal. Cool. And this is what it would look like from the outside. Gotta put the corner pieces on. It's not bad. Kinda like it. Kinda like it. Alright. Well, that's us definitely out of time here for today, but thank you all for joining me. Please let me know what you think. If you have any recommendations or suggestions, I'm always open to those. But that gives a good idea as to what other rooms in the base might look like, how we might want to do the floors in different rooms. I like the maintenance area underneath and the use of the maintenance tunnels. I really like the catwalks as the floor for the rooms. I really think that's sweet. Alright, but I better go get some power here, and by the looks of it, some hydrogen and oxygen too. So, anyway, hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and have a good one.